So today I'm going to make peach pies. Picked these early this morning, and now I'm just skinning them and cutting them up. So peaches, fresh peaches from the tree. They're just rotting, so instead of letting them rot, I've frozen a bunch, and I'm going to make some pies. And I may freeze those as well. You see how easy this comes right off? Because that means they're ripe. A little bit of bruising, I'm going to cut that off. And I cut mine into fours. It's ready to come out, so I can just twist that out. I just cut it, it's just easier. Then I just pick it up from here. Should peel, if they're ready, if they're ripe, they should peel right off. Yes, I did wash my hands. Marty's sleeping beside me on the floor. So I'm kind of wanting to show my hands, not necessarily my face. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do maybe, I've done about 8 peaches. I'm going to do maybe 10, and then I'll freeze some of them, or I'm trying to make 2 pies today. So as soon as I do, I'll show you what else I'm doing. So let's talk about this peach pie. It says 30 minutes prep work. No. At 78, your hands shake. Number 1, you got to pick them. That took about 30 minutes. Number 2, then you got to peel them. At 78, your hands shake. And the easier it peels, the riper it is. So some are real easy and some are not. But the reality is, so far I'm at an hour and a half just peeling and cutting up the peaches. Picking, peeling, and cutting the peaches. So 30 minutes, you just went to the store, bought the peaches. Maybe somebody else is helping you peel them. I don't know. My reality is I shake a lot. So I'm not as fast as you may be. So I'm blowing that 30 minutes out of the water. So it calls for 3 pounds of peaches, which is 7 cups. And then a half a cup of sugar, and plus 2 tablespoons. So the half a cup of sugar I'm going to put into these cut up peaches and let it sit for about 20 minutes, maybe 30, covered. I put the cover over it. So I want the peaches to really soak up that sugar. And you're going to put a little salt in there. Now, it says a tablespoon of lemon zest. Forget that. I'm not using that. One tablespoon of lemon juice. I took 2 tiny little lemons and I'm going to squirt them on. That should be good enough. But that's the instructions, is tablespoon of zest, tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm just telling you what I actually am doing. Because we got fresh lemons. I'm almost there. I have 4 cups. I'm working on my last 3. Yeah. Lots of peaches. And if they're not big peaches, you're doing a lot of stuff. I'm not complaining. I'm giving you the facts of my life. Just the way it is, okay? So the reason I'm not a good cook is I like to do my own thing. I do follow recipes, kind of. We're going to see about this vanilla. I don't ever remember putting vanilla in my peach pie, but hey, it's been 40, 50 years since I did peach pies. So we'll see. Now, I am going to put the ingredients in the description. Well, for goodness sakes, give me a break. I'm shaking. And it's getting slippery. I need gloves. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm at the table right by the... I'm inside. I'm going to use her oven because I'm making her a pie and me a pie. Well, I don't know about the second pie. I got to pick a lot more peaches. I must have picked 20, 30 peaches. Jiminy. Anyway. So I kind of cheat on recipes. But I am putting the vanilla in, just so you know. So, you have 1/4 teaspoon of salt plus 1/8. So the 1/8 goes into the mixture, and the 1/4 goes in whatever. 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and 1.5 teaspoons. Okay, whatever. 1.5 teaspoons. All right. I'm reading this menu. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and 1 package of the pie crust. That's your ingredients, but I'm going to put them in the descriptions too. And you split the sugar up. It says plus 3 tablespoons. You're going to do that separately. And then the other one is on the salt plus 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And your cinnamon is going to be split up as well. I don't know if I'm making any sense or not, but I'll show you what I've done. Whoops. This is the size of the lemon. See how tiny it is? 2 tiny lemons. Cut them in half and squirted it all over. So, but you follow the recipe. I'm just doing my own thing. So here's my peach pie mixture. Okay. Sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a little bit of salt, and lemon. 2 tiny, you can see tiny, tiny lemons, and I just squeezed those over. I'm going to let this sit for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to cover it. I cover it with the pie plate for right now. Then you got a teaspoon of cinnamon. You've got the what? The additional sugar that you separated out. You have your cornstarch and you have a little bit of salt. And that will be mixed all together. So here's my peaches. I've drained the juice off of them. I can't find a saucepan, so I'm just using her tiny skillet to heat this up because this is going to go over the peaches once they're put into the pie. Now remember, I just showed you that was the sugar, cornstarch, cinnamon, and a little bit of salt. And I put all of the juice from the peaches, as much as I could get out, in here. Make a sauce. Again, make a sauce, pour it over the peaches once it's in the crust. Started the oven. I'll preheat it to 400 or 425. 2 different recipes, same recipe pretty much, but 2 different temperatures. I like the 400 degrees, and that's what I'm going to bake at. That's normally what I do. So, here's the peach pie. I prefer to cut mine. So, I just take scissors and cut it, because I'm going to do the basket weave on the top. I don't use a knife, but you can use a knife or scissors or whatever you would like. This is the pie crust I just showed you. Yeah, perfection is not my habit. I would love to be perfect in everything, but I'm not perfect in anything. So, oh, that one was broken a little bit. That's all right. So that's what we're going to do. I am simmering the sauce. That'll go over it. Then we'll put this on, and we'll figure it out. Whatever. Remember, I haven't made a pie in over 50 years. Did in my 20s. So this is all that's fun and games. I'll tell you, without the sauce, the peach pie and filling taste absolutely fabulous. See how I shake? Too much, too much. Okay. We'll get that in a minute. All right. Okay. You know, guys, I don't do fancy. So if you do fancy, you're not going to be watching me. In my saucepan or my mixture. Smells so good. Put that in. Oh, delish, delish, delish. You know, without this sauce, it looked pretty good. It smelled good and it tasted good. So I don't know if I really need this sauce. Of course, that's the recipe. Okay? I don't know. I don't think my grandmother ever did this. But maybe, I don't know. Remember how old I am. Oh my goodness. Knock that over. So, I'm supposed to take the long pieces. Well, that's not good. I'm folding this over. Well, that's not good. Folding this over. I don't know. I'm supposed to weave it over. Wait a minute. I gotta remember how I'm doing this, okay? Oh my goodness. Let's just do this. I don't think I'm doing this right, but maybe I am. Who knows? Who really knows? Not me. Short ends are supposed to be right here. I gotta remember this. Well, let's see. Okay. Let's take a long piece. Oh. I'm going to put you there. Don't fall apart on me. Put you there. Under. Over. Under. Over. Well, I'm not doing a good job here, okay? Under. That doesn't look good. Let's see. Move this little sucker up here. I show you guys. This is not good. Oh my goodness. That's what it says. Oh, stop. My life is too short for you. Okay? Oh. Okay. So under, over. Okay, let's try this again. Over. Over. I don't think I have enough unders. Over. Over. So this is supposed to be the under. That goes over here. Over here. No, this is over. I got two overs. Messed up there. Okay. Well, for heaven's sakes, no. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Okay, over. Well, that's not looking smart. I have two overs over there. That should have been an under. Well, we're not doing well. Okay. So let's see. Then we do this. Over. Under. Over. Under. Over. Under. Okay, all right. Well, this is not neat. You know that, right? You do know how I am, right? Okay, so now we're going to go under. I'm going to cut all that sucker off. Over. Under. Over. Under. Over, under, over. Yay! Not the neatest pie I've ever seen, but it's a pie. Okay, now. Over. Oh, wow, for goodness sakes. Okay, this is under, over, under, over, under. You can do a better job of this. Over. Mine is not the neatest pie you've ever seen, but it doesn't have to be neat to eat. Okay, let's see. I got some lungs, right? I got some left over. Okay, so we do under, over, under. No, that's over. Under, under, over, under, over. What kind of looks decent? Oh my gosh. I'll try this end. Okay, so over, under, over, under, over, under. Now, well, cutting this off. Okay. Okay, so this one, over, under, over, under. Well, that's not right. Whatever. Okay, we're done. I'm just done. I'm so done. Yes. Is it neat? No. Is it the most beautiful pie you've ever seen? No. Will it be edible? Let's pray. So guys, you are seeing how I don't know how I survive. I've always told you, I'm not the greatest cook you ever had. I'm never going to be the greatest cook you're ever going to meet. Let's make these a little bit prettier. But I try hard. Okay, so, well, we used to pinch them. I think today I'm going to do fork them. You'll see in a minute. Okay. I cut everything? Mm-hmm. Okay. Is everything done? I think so. I think so. Now, it doesn't say to do this. We used to put sugar. I gotta save this. I don't know what I'll do with it. Who knows what I'll do with it. Okay. All right. So, you take a fork and you do your pie crust, but that's not doing well. No, I don't like that. I don't think my pie crust is... No, let's just squash this stuff. We need to have a decent pie crust here so I can fork it. Come on. Come on, pie crust. Let's do this right. Let's be good about this. You're going to shrink anyway. I'm just putting all this together. Roll it down. I'm going to flat it out. Yeah. You guys, I'm not telling you this is the best way to do it. There are better cooks than me. But since I'm making peach pie, I'm doing it. And you're suffering through it. I really want this. It's going to, when it cooks, it's going to draw away from the pan. I just kind of want it to stay together. Kind of curled down a little bit. I don't know. I'm trying to save this pie. Okay. Well, that looks pretty good. Yeah. 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 Okay. We used to fork it, but it was flatter out. Who knows? Who cares? Okay. Is it getting pretty? I think it's getting pretty. Now I think it's getting pretty. Bring it in around the rim. I think I did a pretty good job. Let me show you. Let's look at it. Well, what do you think? Now I'm going to put sugar on it. All along the top. Just sprinkle a little over, sticking it in the oven. She's bubbling. She's done. I have to find the pot holders. Look at that beauty. Is she not gorgeous or what? There's my peach pie. Yeah, some of the edges are a little well done, but that's okay. It's homemade. Look at that. I'm loving it. Guys, it's too hot to eat, but yeah, there's a couple of places, but that's okay. Isn't that beautiful? It looks and smells delicious. Smells the whole house up. So this is my pie, guys. And if you want the instructions, everything, it's going to be in the description. But I think I'm going to end this video. Been a rough 3 or 4 hours here. But boy, was it worth it. Looks gorgeous. So, look at this pie. You do know I watch dogs, right? They're not allowed in the kitchen, but we do have some jumpers. Well, I decided to go to the restroom while it was cooling off. I put it on the counter. And would you believe someone jumped over the gate and they started eating my pie. The dog ate my pie. I had to clean it up and save what he hadn't touched. Here you go. Well, all those hours on that peach pie and that stupid dog, they're not allowed in the kitchen. They're allowed when she's here. When I'm here, I don't allow them in the kitchen. And jumped over when I was in the restroom, ate almost half the pie. And I touched up the edges and cleaned it all up and threw away, what I thought they'd touched. I did taste the pie. It was very good. I wouldn't use the crust again. The crust wasn't strong enough. It was, yeah. I prefer to make my own crust. They're thicker. They're just better. So next time I'll make my own crust from scratch, and then I'll do the pie again. But I think I'm going to do a little bit touch up on that recipe. It was a good pie, but it could have been better. Thanks for watching and sharing, and I'll see you next time. I give you my love.